Building on the powerful graphite modeling toolset introduced in 3ds Max Design 2010, Autodesk 3ds Max Design 2011 software adds extensive new feature and UI enhancement to significantly improve efficiency. You will particularly enjoy the object paints. Let's maximize the tab to have a closer look at the toolset. First, let's choose the object we will be painting with. For this particular example, I want to add a climbing vine on the castle. You can pick one object or a series of objects to paint with. Then, you will need to choose where to paint, either on the grid, the entire scene, or selected object. For this particular example, I will be painting on a group of selected objects, including the wall of my castle, the stone window frame, and the balcony railing. I am now ready to start painting. Because I have selected to paint all the selected leaves randomly, the leaves appear on the selected object wherever I am painting. I can create one brush stroke or a series of brush strokes and then start adjusting the setting of this particular brush stroke. Settings such as offset from the object I am painting on, spacing between the leaves, UVW coordinate to scatter my leaves and create randomness, and scaling of my leaves. I can choose to keep the aspect ratio of my leaves or scale them differently according to the axis chosen. I also have option to create a random, ramp, or even scale, allowing me even more randomness. Once I am happy with my brush settings, I can continue on painting more keeping these settings. I also have option to save my brushes and reload it from project to project. I always have access to the brush setting, allowing me to change, test, and readjust my brush settings to perfection. Once satisfied with the results, I need to commit and lock my actions. Object Paint will allow you to paint objects in places that were before impossible, helping you add realism to your project. If you are looking to add objects with more precision, you will be able to do so by adding objects according to edges or border of an editable poly. I will create here a simple decorative pot using a lathe deformer on this line I have created. Before doing so, I need to adjust my line pivots. I will reopen my control panel, and for ease of use I will minimize it. Minimizing the control panel will allow you to have easy access to it without losing real estate in your viewport when you don't need to have access to it. You might have noticed earlier that I have customized my graphite modeling tool ribbon and add a personal tab with the action I use the most, such as line, cube, or cylinder tools, as well as lathe and other deformer. You can easily customize your ribbon by clicking and asking for the ribbon configuration window, where you will be able to create and modify any tab. With the ribbon customization, ribbon is not limited to modeling operations anymore, but can be used to create many different task-based UI. Whatever task you are adding to the tab or panel will display automatically in your ribbon. Back to my decorative pot, let's transform it into a poly to have access to object paint. Under my edge mode, you can now select two edges in a row while holding Shift, and the complete loop will be selected, allowing for fast interaction. With the loop selected, under my object paint, I will choose the handle and click on Fill button. Fill will basically fill the loop with the object selected, allowing for a more precise object paint. You can then adjust the preset to match what you are looking for. Let's do the same with the buttons. I will select a loop, select the button, and click on Fill. This will fill 30 buttons along this selected loop. Visually, I can adjust if I want more or less buttons on the edge and what size I want them to be. Adding objects on curved shape has never been that easy. With options to adjust settings such as scattering, scale, and rotation, you can really get creative while being precise in your object placement. Here, a different example placing 3 different branches randomly inside of the decorative pot. Object Paint is fast, allowing me great creativity and versatility while modeling. It allows me to add details to my modeling without losing time. Before I show you the final result, I want to show you one last thing that we have improved that you will like. It's the new in-context direct manipulation. Save time when modeling and maintain focus on a creative task. You now have direct access to the UI right next to your action, helping you to keep concentration on what you are doing. For polygon modeling, in-context direct manipulation helps eliminate unnecessary mouse movement away from the model. You can interactively manipulate properties, enter value directly at the point of interest in the viewport, and preview result prior to committing changes. With all the new tools that significantly extend the Graphite modeling toolset, you can accelerate modeling tasks. The ability to paint with object brushes to create geometry within a scene will definitely help you add objects on organic shape that were before really time consuming. Along with the ribbon customization, interactive tool for extending edge, loop, and in-context direct manipulation, you will definitely save mouse movement, stay focused on your modeling, and develop a way of working that really suits your needs.